I was 11 or 12. And I don't really know why I started smoking. I guess I was cool. If I smoked, I don't know. My whole family smoked, so I guess being around it all the time.
Same thing for me. I was about the same age. Just thought it was cool and then just got addicted.
Well, Chad quit smoking first. I was pregnant with our last son, and about 4 months I was having a hard time breathing. I didn't really want to quit smoking, but I definitely knew that I needed to cut down because I couldn't even breathe going up the stairs or sleeping or anything. But then when I went to the doctors, they handed me a little water bottle with a bunch of Jolly Ranchers and had the stuff on First Breath. And so Chad was pressuring me, the kids were pressuring me, the doctor was pressuring me, so I started cutting down then.
And the kids stayed honest. I meant mostly the kids, just so we're not older and can't breathe to run with them.
Honestly, I just ate more. I think cutting back wasn't hard for me to do because I worked. And I worked at a clinic, obviously you can't light up at the clinic. So cutting back wasn't hard to do. It's never really been hard. I just kept myself busy, with the kids cleaning, cooking, whatever. But it was definitely hard to quit smoking completely. So I just cut back, and when I started getting the phone calls from First Breath, they weren't pressuring me to quit. They just were calling me and saying, try going on a walk, or chew some gum, or, put the pony around your wrist and try snapping it a couple times so that way you don't get stressed out and then you can cut down that way. And I tried some of them, but most of them didn't really work. I did gum, and then mostly just kind of did gum and hid in a room when I felt like I was going to get stressed out. But that was kind of it for me. I don't really know of any other strategies that I really used. Maybe after the baby, we joined Planet Fitness, and we started working out together, and that was helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest challenge was coming home after being, at work all day with that work stress, and then coming home and the kids are coming at you with homework and dinner and whatever else, and the dog is coming at you, and you just want to rip your hair out and you want to scream. And I used to go out on the patio and shut the door and sit and smoke, but I didn't smoke anymore, so I just go out there and shut the door and scream. Or, sometimes I went on a walk with the dog, but most of the time I was too busy, so I just went out on the patio and shut the door and pretended I was smoking, even though I wasn't.
I use sunflower seeds, really. Cold turkey, and then, because the hardest is when you're driving.
Yeah.
But I just use sunflower seeds.
Dr. Bennett at UW. Every time I went in, they asked if I was smoking still, and if I was, they just kind of look at me, but they'd hand me, more items. Most of the time it was water bottles filled with Jolly Ranchers and things like that, or pamphlets on First Breath, and I'd tell them I'm already enrolled, and they take the pamphlets back, and then they just give me more candies and mints and gum packs and things like that. I don't think that anything that they said would have stopped me from smoking. I mean, I smoked with all of my kids, and this was now kid 5. I think that I didn't want to quit, honestly. And I think it has to be the person themselves that has to want to quit for it to work.
Mentally.
So I don't think that they could have told me anything, but I could not breathe. I literally couldn't breathe from walking up my stairs from the car. It was just getting harder and harder, even to sleep in the bed. So I knew that I needed to quit. So then I kind of slowly cut down from there. And then, I did eventually quit smoking, and I just picked a day and said, this is it. This is going to be my last pack of cigarettes. And it was like the hardest thing ever because we were actually out of town in a car ride with all the kids.
Yeah.
And I smoked my last cigarette at noon. And then we made it to our destination 3 hours later. And I stopped and I got the e-cig. Because I thought, I'm going to kill someone if I had to sit in this car any longer with no cigarette. But I used the e-cig. And then when I met with First Breath, the first gift card that I got, I went out and bought the patch. And using those two things helped me out a lot. I kind of used them interchangeably.
I think too, like when they came over to the house to a little breathing test thing, and it's like, that's another thing to think about, like in between.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
It's definitely easier to breathe.
Don't stink.
But I think the number one awakening too was the baby had RSV, so he's our second child to have it.
Our first one, we used to smoke in the house, and then when she had that, we quit smoking in the house, so we were outside. And then now him, so. They came once in a while to do breath tests, and just to see how more you can breathe, and just the capacity of your lungs changes when you quit. Helped me.
I like getting to know Caitlin. She's come and visit, and we talk on the phone for all these months that I've been enrolled in the program, and they become a part of your family, a part of your life. I feel good. I have a lot more energy. I really do. I do have a lot more energy now. And I enjoy it. My car doesn't smell. I don't stink. And I notice more now because I can smell everyone else around me. Yeah. And I always oh my God, did I smell like that?
I think we do more stuff together. Like, she likes going walking now, so we never did it before. And the whole stinking and breathing.
I think you just have to do it. Find what's going to work for you. If wearing the patch works for you, then wear the patch. The baby's going to get the nicotine regardless if you're smoking it or you're wearing the patch or you're using the e-cig or whatever. So just do what works for you until you can quit.
And don't pick a date.
Yeah, just do
quit,
it.
Randomly. You can't just set a date because then
you're going to find 10 reasons why you don't want to do it that day.
Her time was the worst time to quit, but it worked.
Yeah, so I think that's number one, is you just have to do it. It can't be, other people saying, oh, well, you should quit because of this, that, and the third. But, you really need to want to quit. But it can. You can want to quit. I've never wanted to quit before, ever, until now. And I haven't smoked in a year. I think I've tried to smoke once or twice, and I was thought I burned a hole in my lungs. It was not good. So, I think that it can be done.